Welcome back, Nick and Lex here. Thank you so much for joining me in the new year to a new video of Music with Nick. This is my first video I'm gonna shoot in 2023, and I wanted to, of course, say thank you to RG for sponsoring this amazing video. It's gonna be a much larger Frank Zappa video today, and then we have some audio as well. So I just wanted to say thank you real quick before I start. Again, apologies for the voice. It's just like, you know, it's one day it's very hot, then the next day it's super cold. So it's just like, I don't feel sick. It's just the voice. So I guess, you know, that's just how I'm gonna, you know, make these videos for now. And then I guess I'm gonna get better. So let me load up the screen and we'll continue with the video. All right, and we're back. And so this is Frank Zappa. This is Dupree's Paradise, live in Sweden in 1973. So an earlier, much earlier Frank Zappa that I've ever seen. I've seen some 80s footage, I guess, and some 90s footage, but not as early as this. And then after that, we're gonna play a song called give me 1 second. Well, I'll call it out when we play it. But RG even told me that's how you're gonna find out how Steve Vai got the idea of Passion and Warfare. So I'm super intrigued. So this is 16 minutes long. I hope you do enjoy. I made the screen as large as possible. I always do that because I also want you guys to be able to see if this is your first viewing. So here we go. Oh, very important. Jean-Luc Ponty is featured in this, so I can't wait. I'm a huge Ponty fan, as you can see right here. And there's like his whole discography right there by Alan Holdsworth. But yeah, so I'm very excited. So let's go ahead with Frank Zappa, Dupree's Paradise. Here we go. Hope you enjoy. Okay, I think I found something that because of the last video, I think I see George Duke on the keyboards. Because of the comment section, you guys were like, okay, now that you know George Duke, and I found him. So cool. Jean-Luc Ponty killing it here, and I love that everybody's just standing there watching him, you know, and then Frank is like just like lighting a cigarette, and they're all like, "Man, it's such a different time from now. I love it. Like he looks like he's in his PJs. It's so relaxed, you know. They're just having a blast playing. It's so cool. I love it. And I've never seen Jean-Luc Ponty so freaking young, like ever in any video. I don't know why. I've said this before. I just don't look at videos. I don't know. Like maybe I'm not used to that everything is on YouTube, you know. But this was fantastic. It's great stuff. I can't wait for all the musicians to chime in, you know. But this was sick, you know, really cool. I don't recognize him. Let me know who he is. Also, the drummer. I don't think it's Terry Bozzio or anybody that I don't know all the drummers that played with Zappa, but I mean it must have been hundreds. It's just crazy that every good musician ever has played with Frank Zappa. Like I don't know. I guess it was the crazy music, the fusion that everybody wanted to be part of. You know. Okay, so now I wanna. I'm just gonna have to do some research on how good Frank Zappa actually was on the guitar. I'm not saying musically speaking, as a musical output, composer, but as a technician on the guitar. Because right now, basically, if you know a little bit about the guitar, he's just playing the pentatonic scale, and that's fine. But it sounds very repetitive, and that's fine as well. But it's not very. I mean, if you look at people like, McLaughlin or Pat Metheny, Holdsworth, Howe, they're all over the fretboard, and he's pretty much staying. He's playing it safe. Um, so I want to just see. And then it's the first time that I really see him take a solo in front of all these great virtuosos. So I want to see how how virtuoso-ish Zappa actually is on the instrument. Not that maybe he writes really crazy stuff, because I can write stuff on paper that I can physically play. I've done that myself, and I actually wanted to show you guys a video, or a score that I made. It's about 15 minutes long, and I want to show you guys that score. I've never heard it since 2002, and Alexia's never heard it, so we wanted to capture that on camera as a reaction video. But it's like physically impossible for me to play, but I can write everything I want musically. So I just want to see how good Frank Zappa was on the guitar. Wow, crazy, crazy stuff. I loved it. Really, really cool. That bass groove at the end was just fantastic. Man, I wish more people would have soloed, but man, this was a trip. This was really good. And I'm really intrigued. I want to hear more Zappa, and I've been taking it easy because of the reaction videos. You know, I want to react to all this stuff, but it's too much. I'm sure I heard like that he has like 30 or 40 albums. So yeah, it's just impossible to get through all that stuff. But we're gonna load up. We're gonna take away the screen, and we're gonna listen to another tune. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, and we're back, and now we're gonna listen to Frank Zappa. Um, the track is called "He Used to Cut the Grass." This is from Joe's Garage Act 1, 2, and 3, and this is from 1979. So this is where RG said that Steve Vai got his idea for passion, passion and warfare. So let's go ahead, and I just did some reading here on Frank Zappa as a guitar player, and this is from a Frank Zappa fan. It says, even at the end, he says that I've been a fan since since Frank Zappa started until he died. So it's a good review, but I'm not gonna share it because it's a point of view from somebody else. But now I have an idea what Frank Zappa fans think of. I'm talking about guitar chops, not his genius or his compositional skills. Very different, because I can compose certain stuff in my studio here that I could never play on the guitar because they're too outrageously complex. I'm talking about arpeggios where I would need 6 fingers to do, or I would have to tap a section, and so I'm just talking about stuff. Sometimes musically speaking, the composer, maybe back in the day, most composers would be able to play their stuff, but now as you can compose on a computer in real time, there's some stuff that you can't physically recreate. So he used to cut the grass. Here we go, and let's enjoy.
I'm out at last. Boy, the world sure looks different. Wow, there's hardly anything fun to do since they made music illegal. But I'm hooked. I got to have it. I've got to have it. I need to play. But there's no musicians anymore. They're all gone. Wait, I've got it. I'll be sullen and withdrawn. I'll dwindle off into the twilight realm of my own secret thoughts. I'll walk through the parking lot in a semi-catatonic state and dream of guitar notes to go with the loading zone announcements.
not what RG is referring to when Stevie Vai is in the classroom and he's playing tum 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 tum. I don't know which song. I think it's called "The Audience Is Listening," and the teacher's like, "Mr. Vai, this sounds like noise," and you're gonna end up in a mental institution. And I think that's what he got from this track. But really cool. Now, talking, to address the elephant in the room, I think Frank Zappa's guitar playing is, I mean, it sounds very nice. He has a very interesting guitar tone, and he kind of like finds the root of the chord, and then just like noodles around on there, and it sounds nice. But let's just be honest, I mean, technically speaking, it's just not, I mean, up to where the band is. He has I mean, he's a proficient guitar player, but for the musicians that he works with, I'm sure, they all know he's the conductor, he's the brain. But technically speaking, as a guitar player, everybody knows that he's, not up up to par with the rest of you musicians. But it's all fine. He's the vocalist, he's the composer, he's the machine, and the brain behind the band. And sometimes, I mean, there's people like Presley, or I don't know, Michael Jackson, who they don't really play the instrument, but I mean, he at least plays some solos. But you can hear that he kind of like plays out a tune here and there, and it's all good, because it's progressive fusion, or it's fusion music. But it's just like, you don't hear any kind of arpeggio sections. There's no sweeping. There's a lot of legato, hammer-ons, and pull-offs, and nice little ideas, and some scales. But I mean, I think as a Frank Zappa fan, everybody knows that I don't have to explain anything. But I mean, I just can't hear it, But very cool. Very, very cool idea with the "I'm calling the police." I actually have a good idea of a tune that I could introduce here, or maybe do on my own, so the marathon is not that long. That I can dedicate to a bunch of people, and maybe I might, which also ends in kind of like, at the end is like, stop it. So let's continue.
I did it! They'll be here shortly! I'm not joking around anymore! You'll see now! There they are! They're coming! Listen to that mess, would you? Every day this goes on around here. He used to cut my grass. He was a very nice boy. He used to cut my grass. He was a very nice boy. He used to cut my grass. He was a very nice boy. He used to cut my grass. He was a very nice boy.
This is the central scrutinizer. Yes, he used to be a nice boy. He used to cut the grass. But now his mind is totally destroyed by music. He's so crazy now. He even believes that people are writing articles and reviews about his imaginary guitar notes. And so, continuing to dwindle in the twilight realm of his own secret thoughts, he not only dreams imaginary guitar notes, but, to make matters worse, dreams imaginary vocal parts to a song about the imaginary journalistic profession.
There you go. Yeah, no, I mean, there's no doubt that Frank Zappa was a genius, and I've heard, amazing stuff from him. I mean, not enough, not enough. But I've heard Inca Roads, and I've heard that song, "F Yourself," and it has like this crazy. I don't know if that's with Steve Vai, but I think that's Steve Vai singing "F Yourself." But I don't know from what album. But there, I mean, yeah, it's you know, I think it's an acquired taste, and but it's just amazing all the musicians that have worked with Zappa, and I remember having a friend. He was basically one of my music teachers, but he was a drummer. But he would play. Oh my God, he knew so much about theory, guitar theory, and we got to a point where I kind of like. He was so out there. I mean, it was just from one chord he would make 100 chords and explain me all the variations, and I was just like, wow, like this is like math, man. This is like pure math. And it took me some time to, you know, get down, and it's really it's amazing where music can go, and there's also no limit, you know, as what you can compose and do with chords, and uh it's just insane. How you can just expand and expand and add more to a chord. It's just ridiculous. You know, you have one note, but you can just like have chords with like, you know, 7 digits behind them. It's crazy. So um this was very, very interesting. I love the live performance. I love this track, and I loved also the that idea that sparked Steve Vai to do his same in the audience as listening. It's such an hilarious song. Maybe I should show it to Alexia, where it's like, I'm gonna play this for all my friends, and then he's like, oh, you can come up here and play with your guitar, and then he has like this. It's like in a classroom. I don't know if you heard the song, but it's hilarious. It's a great idea, so it got sparked from this. So, but thanks again so much for watching my reaction, for listening to me ramble. You know, I just love to talk, and it's like, you know, I feel that when I talk to the camera, friends are listening. You know, there's gonna be some comments of, I mean, everybody, you know, takes these videos in a different way. Some love it, some are a little bit, they like to criticize some things that I do, which is fine, you know. I'm not perfect. On the contrary, I'm far from perfect. And it's so much fun, you know, to read the comment section and to learn more about, you know, everything, you know, like about these whole, like today, for example, I discovered, you know, George Duke in the video, which I never would have known who that is if I wouldn't have done the other video for RG. So it's just like a learning process for me. It's really cool. And I'm just like, I don't know, I just don't watch music videos. I rather, you know, grab a book and learn a piece. I've always been that way. If I see people play, I rather play myself. I think I've said that before in a video, but if I, instead of watching like a 2 hour show, I rather practice 2 hours. I know it's kind of like weird, but that's what I do. I've always been that way. So again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Everything, all the good stuff you guys do, and for the support. Thank you, RG, for sponsoring the video. And I hope your comments don't get blocked. Now, they don't get blocked. It's a video that we've wanted to make for a while now. The thing is this, we get so many comments that YouTube snatches them and keeps them in a place, and they stay there for a couple of hours, and then they get released. Otherwise, it would just... So it's not that any of your comments are blocked. That's impossible. We could never do that. And we would never do that. We would never allow it. But YouTube sometimes just takes a comment, takes it up for review, and then releases it because there's just too many comments coming in at the same time. We have too many videos and too many people are commenting. So that's when that happens. So just for future reference, if you write a comment in YouTube and you don't see the comment, just wait a couple of minutes or maybe 30 minutes or an hour and it will pop up. Okay? All right. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see each other in the next video. Take care.